So, in today's video, can Invisalign fix overbites? Time for some PFOing so you know where you're going. Okay, trick question, because do braces and Invisalign fix overbites? No, they don't. These are just aligning tools. They align your teeth. Sometimes when you line up the teeth on the bottom, that will reduce your overbite. And again, is it actually called overbite? In our profession, we call it overjet. Your top teeth, okay, should be out in front of your bottom teeth. We just don't want them way out here. People call that overbite. Way out there, overbite, we call it overjet. We don't want that. It looks the best, it functions the best when it is back in like this, where you have a minimal amount of overjet, okay? But the question again, do the Invisalign, do the braces, do they fix that overbite, that overjet? And the answer is typically no, because they just line up the teeth. That's what they do. They move the teeth, line up the teeth in one specific arch, like here, all right? So you could have crooked teeth here. These are really straight. You use the Invisalign and it straightens them all up, but it didn't do anything for your bite. Same thing on the bottom, right? Bottom teeth, these are all straight. But if they were crooked, right, you could line them all up with Invisalign or braces, and actually, that in that regard, it might fix your overbite just a little bit, because lining up the bottom teeth can do that, can reduce the overbite just a little bit. But if you really have a true overbite discrepancy, or even an underbite, right, where your top teeth are like, whoa, see, that would be a jacked up mouth, okay? If it was way out there, just lining up your teeth with braces or Invisalign, or even any other clear aligner product. There's no special braces product, specific type of bracket, specific type of clear aligner that can fix that problem for you. So what do you do? That's where rubber bands come into play. Rubber bands, other appliances like the Herbst. There are even more appliances. We just met somebody the other day that when they were a kid, they used a bionator, not the Terminator, the bionator. Yes, there's lots of different appliances, and all of those connect your top teeth to your bottom teeth and try to move things around to get them to fit together better. So I guess the real question is, can you fix overbites while using the Invisalign tool? And the answer is yes. Yes, you can. Let me just show you, okay? Invisalign is a completely compliance-driven program. That means that if you do not wear the trays, your teeth will not get straight. And if you do not wear the trays, then you can't fix your bite. Not really, at least. So I'm gonna show you this case of an individual who was quite committed. And we're talking about mostly teenagers or younger. Adults, sorry, it's just gonna be really, it could be really challenging to fix overbites of a significant size with just rubber bands. But you should go into your local provider to see if this is referring to you. Okay, so the case. Okay, this patient of ours came in with a considerable, what we call overjet. A lot of people call it overbite, blah, blah, blah. Okay, actually you're like, wait a second, that's not a very significant overbite. Well, and part of it is because these top teeth right through here are tipped backwards. And when you line them up and they come forward, you're gonna see that this gap between the top teeth and the bottom teeth is going to get bigger, right in between here. This is another way we know, that orthodontists usually know if you have an overbite, is that this canine right here is supposed to be all the way back in this position. Whoa. So this whole section here is supposed to be back here, or you could say that this section is supposed to be forward. For the other side, same thing. Wowza. All right. This whole section is supposed to be back like right here. That's what would help us get rid of our excessive overbite. So this patient elected to commit to the program and use the Invisalign to improve or reduce the overjet and align the teeth. So let's check it out. And I just said use the Invisalign to correct the overjet, but that's not completely true. They use the Invisalign with the rubber bands to fix the overjet. And we're talking about a teenager here. More than 6 months worth of lining up the teeth. So this is a good example of what you might see if you were just using braces or Invisalign, a direct-to-consumer product, and you wanted to line up your teeth. Well, your overjet went from small to like super big. You're like, what? How are we gonna fix that? Well, depending on how old you are, something like this, if you're an adult, is like essentially no way, Jose. You are looking at the most predictable option being surgery to fix an overbite of that size. But when you're young, even something this size, you may need to use the predictability of using techniques like growth modification, whether that's rubber bands helping you out, or appliance like the Herbst, other tools that position the jaw forward, help position the jaw forward. You may just not get it all the way reduced. But in this case, excellent compliance with rubber bands, good technique, boom, overjet, overbite reduced. Okay, so now this is after almost 2 years worth of wearing the Invisalign. You can see all the bumps on the sides, right? Invisalign and rubber bands. And look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Compare that to the original photo. Look, completely gone. Gonzo, all right? You can see that relationship. That canine and those teeth were all the way up here, and now they are all the way back here. Well done. Well done. So we've got a few things that we want to finish up here to make it fit better in the very back, but the point of this is to show you that although the Invisalign in and of itself does not fix overbites, what we call overjets, it can incorporate the use of rubber bands and other tools that would be used to connect the top teeth to the bottom teeth and try to get them to relate better. And you're probably like, okay, Dr. Packard, well, how do you hook rubber bands onto Invisalign? Let me show you. Basically, you've got these little plastic trays, right? Well, you make cuts. The orthodontist, the provider, requests that cuts be placed in the plastic so that you have a little slit of space where it separates and the rubber band can sit into that slit, that space, and it can connect from the top tray to the bottom tray. Now, that's also why attachments become important. And if you're not doing it just off the plastic, you can glue things onto your teeth that are maybe the traditional metal buttons, things like that, that can help connect your top teeth to your bottom teeth. So it is possible. Little disclaimer here, I have seen many braces patients and Invisalign patients struggle with trying to fix their overbite, whether they're young or old. And that's because to do it with rubber bands requires a significant time commitment. Generally speaking, if you do not wear your rubber bands or are not willing to wear your rubber bands for the prescribed time, then there's a good chance that you will fail. Well, I hope you like this video. Invisalign can be used to help fix significant overbites in conjunction with good rubber band wear or other appliances. So basically, for any of you out there who didn't believe, who thought that it was impossible, just know that it can be done. Hope you enjoyed this video. Good luck in your decisions and good luck with your rubber bands, possibly the Invisalign to fix your excessive overjet. That's all I've got. Just a little PFOing so you know where you're going. Packard out.